We're a Hatch Sleep family.
I love that.
He
has two little ones.
And I don't know it's been in my son's room since he was born. He's now 7. I don't know if he's going to have to go to college with this thing.
Yes.
Probably.
My 13-year-old still uses it.
Okay.
Seriously.
Yes.
So we're talking about a device, and this is we have one that's 7 years old, but it's a device that is a sound machine. It signals to him when he's actually allowed to get out of bed in the morning. We can change it for weekends versus weekdays. We can do just colors on weekends so he doesn't actually wake up with the sound of birds like he does on a school day. So some days on a Saturday or Sunday he'll sleep until 8 a.m.
So he'll listen to it and it'll work.
Yeah, he'll listen to it, and it just means we have to travel with a sound machine too.
So Aaron, where do you think this is all going? Because there's lots of products out there. We've been talking about Aura, we've been talking about Whoop, we've been talking about Fitbit Air, all of these things and more coming. So tell us how you guys differentiate yourselves and where you think this kind of space is going.
Absolutely. Sleep is a massive problem in this country. We are not getting enough of it, and I think we all experience that in our everyday lives. And at Hatch, we are purpose-built in order to help you get good sleep. We are not about measuring your sleep, and we are not about the perfect temperature. We are getting at the root of the problem with sleep, which is that we are so full up here when we go to bed at night that it is really hard to disconnect and to get the sleep that we need. And today we have a super special announcement. We are launching the most exciting product we've ever launched. It's to help adults get good sleep. It's called the Hatch Sleep Clock. And it is a new type of sleep tracker with one purpose. Its purpose is not to give you a sleep score. It's not to tell you how stressed you are. Its purpose is to put you to bed. That's the hardest thing that people struggle with.
Right, and I think the challenge that grown-ups have, and it's sort of paradoxical because we're talking here in a technology conference, but it's getting the tech out of our bedrooms and getting the screens away from our eyes while we're trying to reset. So how do you do that?
That is, you couldn't have said it better. So technology is amazing, but it also, in the last 15, 20 years, the technology world trades in the attention economy. They want us to consume and to scroll. And there's so many wonderful things about that. But at night, it's really hard to put it all away. And that's where we come in. We are the antidote to the attention economy. Our goal is to put you to sleep. And that's what the Hatch Sleep Clock does. And I'd love to tell you about how it works.
Yeah. I'm curious because this whole idea of putting technology away, but we're using technology to help us. So tell us what the process is.
This is using technology for good. So our mission is to help you make time for you. So what we do, I'll tell you about my routine. But what I do at 10 p.m., that's when I've told Hatch, hey, that's my goal. That's when I want to get in bed. And so right before 10 p.m., my Hatch, which is a bedside clock, lights up my room. Lavender sky, sunset. And it plays me a beautiful noise. It's kind of like a beacon for me to come to bed. I want to win, so I get in bed. And when I'm done with my reading or whatever, then my next challenge is to fall asleep. When I close my eyes, I'm ready to sleep. I touch the top of my Hatch, and it plays me an episode I like to listen to, The Nightly, which is our original podcast that helps me. It's just engaging enough that I want to listen to it, but not so engaging that I don't fall asleep to it every night. And that routine is what I do each and every night. You might like meditation. You might like a sleep story. We have 2,500 sounds to choose from. They are all screen-free, so you don't have to use your phone. They are all ad-free, so you don't get interrupted, and they are all science-backed.
Well, what about couples and who, one person wants something, the other person wants something else?
My husband and I, who are co-founders, are a great example of this. So we have our Hatches side by side, and I actually listen to mine before he goes to bed, and he actually listens to his through headphones. But we each have one, and it tracks our sleep separately and helps us wind down separately.
Okay, and where's your phone at this time?
My phone is out of my room. One of the big
I'm sorry that we're getting all personal, but if we're talking about sleep here, and the way the way for us to get more sleep is to get the phones out of the bedroom, we have to know.
100%. Phones are the enemy, and that is a beautiful thing about Hatch is you don't need your phone. You get everything that you need to fall asleep without needing your phone. And by the way, I have to tell you about the contactless.
Well, and it will wake you up too.
It will wake you up too,
because that's the concern.
With sunlight, and then also with our proprietary alarms, you can choose from many.
Right.
But I got to tell you about the contactless sleep part, because that's the coolest part about what we've launched. So this contactless sleep tracking, it's built into the device. You don't have to wear or charge anything. And in the morning, what happens is based on your routine and what we track, we give you feedback. hey, you got to bed on time or you didn't. This content that you listen to helps you get better REM sleep, helps you sleep deeper. And so we can really close the loop between your intention about going to sleep and then what actually happened. And we can learn over time, and we help make your routine better and better and something that's more and more delightful for you to enjoy going to bed to.
Well, here's the thing.
You got to kick the habit. That's the thing. You got to kick the habit. These things are like cigarettes.
But what about there's falling asleep and then there's quality of sleep? So how do you make sure that what you're getting is really good rest?
So it's such a great point. The most important thing to get good rest is to get the right amount of duration, and so that your body can go through all of the sleep stages. So that's a really important part. But also the way to get high quality sleep is to make sure that you are going to sleep peacefully. Science actually says that if you listen to something to distract your mind when you're going to sleep, you will fall asleep more easily and you will stay asleep more easily. And that's actually spoken word or music. So it does help with quality sleep. And one other really interesting thing that I found in using my Hatch Sleep Clock, which is, by the way, just in beta right now, is that when I listen to something that makes me laugh, I get higher quality sleep. Who knows why? Never knew. Wouldn't have known it without my Hatch Sleep Clock, but now I do.
We're speaking with Crady, Weiss, CEO and co-founder of Hatch, formerly Hatch Baby. She joins us here on site at Bloomberg Tech.
You know, what's interesting, I was thinking about, okay, so we spend our time reading, you know, doing a 3-hour show, news show. A lot of it's crazy, as you would guess, in this environment. And to go to bed, I actually play like a news roundup on my home device.
Oh, that's not stressful at all.
No, but it actually, I think I don't
do the same thing. I'm a glutton for punishment.
But I don't get through like more than one segment and I'm out. And it's really kind of bizarre to me because I would think it would drive me crazy. Where do you see more broadly consumer hardware going, and how much of it ultimately is in our home, and how much of it at some point do we say I'm very clear, I'm an Apple household, but it doesn't mean I just have Apple devices. Like, when do we at some point say we want it all cohesive, or is that cohesive with other devices?
I think the trend that we are seeing, especially in the bedroom, is people want a screen-free environment. They want peace. They want relaxation. And so everything we do is screen-free, no microphone, no camera. It is a intimate place.
No microphone.
No microphone, no camera. It is a sacred place for you and your partner. And that is a huge part of what we do and will always do.
On Carol's question about consumer tech being such a challenge, I mean, we're not talking margins like you have with software. We're not talking margins like you have over at NVIDIA. We're also talking about a part of the tech world that is, you know, really controlled by large companies too. How challenging is it to be a small, independent, yet profitable company in the hardware space?
I think you said the most beautiful word there. We are profitable. We are profitable and we are growing. It's the best of all worlds. I come from immigrant people, and I believe that it is possible to be a David against a Goliath, and that's exactly who we are.
Well,
we have 7 million devices in market and have had incredible success and raised very little money.
And remind me, any subscription products at this point?
There is a subscription, and it's
with the new.
There's a subscription with the old and the new product, and it's all based on content. We produce content for you every day, and that is this subscription that you can.
But if you don't want the content or don't need the content,
if you don't want or need the content, you don't have to pay. And by the way, the data that you get in this with sleep tracking is free. We believe that it comes from you. We don't like that other people charge for that. It is free. It is included with the price of the device. All of your data.
Wow, that is like such a different model. Why do you want to make sure that you do that?
So to me, it's really important. For me, it's really important. It belongs to me. Like, it is from my body, it belongs to me. The content that we're producing, that is us. We have real expense in creating that. And so we want to offer that to folks. But I believe that data is yours, and I don't believe it's something appropriate to charge people for.
So, Ann, what's the next step for the company? Do you go public? Do you get acquired?
The next step for the company is to continue delighting our customers. We have 7 million devices in the market. We are in 1 in 3 homes of babies and children. And that is the next step, is to make sure we are as dominant, helping adults with the core of the problem, actually getting to bed, as we are in baby. That's what's next for us, and we're super excited about it.
Is the sleep market most dominant in the United States, or is it really global? Is it the concern?
It's a great question. So it is a global, massive issue in the developed world, and it really is because of our screens and this attention economy, and we just, these are dopamine hits that we keep getting, and it really is interfering. If you look over the last 20 years, search terms for sleep among the developed world have gone up 3x So this is a real crisis. In 2014, the CDC said it was an epidemic, and it's only gotten worse since 2014. It's a huge problem.
We're getting
and data
crushed.
for data's sake.
We're getting completely crushed.
Absolutely. And data for data's sake is not what's going to solve it. It's really getting at the root of the problem and helping me make time for myself to close my eyes and get to sleep.
I have one more doctor say to me, are you getting a good night's sleep?
Oh, hey, I have a question for your doctor. Is your doctor getting enough sleep?
I know.
Okay?
It's a really great question.